last week I flew to London to get my fake teeth replaced. I have fake teeth and I've had fake teeth for the majority of my life, and this is why. When I was 13, my grandmother, who is a cosmetic dentist, recommended that I do composite bonding on my teeth to improve their appearance. She didn't say it that nicely. She kind of implied that my teeth were small and ugly and needed to be fixed, which I am just now in the past 2 weeks realizing was a super fucked up thing to do to a 13-year-old. I ended up going through with it. She applied the composite bonding, and it has been 15 years since then. That's the long and the short of it. Now, before I dive in, if you have clicked on this video because you are curious about composite bonding and or changing the appearance of your teeth, I would highly recommend that you do not do this. My whole thing, my whole brand, what I have been trying to accomplish during my entire social media career is to love yourself as you are, wherever you are. Obviously, it's your body. You get to decide what you want to do with it, but this is a thing that I don't think that we should be encouraging. And I know that sounds really weird because here I am literally having had this thing done. So that's what I'm going to attempt to explain, and I promise I will get into all of the nitty-gritty and exactly what this entails, what the process is like, etc. But it's just really important for me to let you know that this is not something I would recommend you doing unless you have to. Like if your teeth were knocked out, if you were looking at your teeth and you're thinking, why don't my teeth look like influencers, or why don't my teeth look like celebrities? It's because literally everyone has fake teeth. And the last thing that I would ever want to do is to make someone else feel bad for the teeth that they were born with. You don't need to permanently change anything about yourself. We'll just leave it there. I was never planning on getting my composite bonding redone, ever. But a couple years ago, my front teeth started chipping, and so I would end up swallowing pieces of my teeth. So you can see here at the front, there's this front piece that is fallen off. And up here, it keeps chipping. And I went to a dentist and I would get it like refilled, and then it would chip off and I would swallow my teeth again. So I figured I probably shouldn't continue on doing that, and I should just get them removed and replaced. You might be asking, Rachel, why didn't you just leave the composite bonding off? Why didn't you just let your natural teeth show if they exist under here and they're totally fine and normal? Isn't it hypocritical of you to say that we shouldn't get this done and say that we shouldn't change ourselves, meanwhile you've changed yourself? And I understand that. I have had fake teeth longer in my life than I have had my natural teeth. And they feel like a part of me. And I know that's kind of weird, but they feel like a part of who I am. And so when my doctor did take off the composite bonding and I was able to see my natural teeth underneath, it just didn't feel like me. Yeah. It's complicated. I'm not saying it's not complicated. I'm just trying to explain to you with as much truth and as much plainness that I possibly can. So my teeth are chipping off. I decided that I need to get composite bonding redone. One, what is composite bonding? Composite bonding is where they form resin around your natural teeth in order to make them longer or bigger or whatever shape and size you would like them to be. That is what composite bonding is. Porcelain veneers are, again, what they sound like, porcelain. They're essentially like little sculptures that are, I think they 3D print them now, and then they attach them to the fronts of your teeth. And those are kind of the two main options. Porcelain are more expensive, but they also don't discolor. Composite bonding will discolor over time. So yeah, porcelain will not discolor. They're a little bit more fragile. Composite bonding will discolor over time, but if they crack, it's relatively easy to fix, unless they're literally on your front teeth and they keep chipping off. Anyway, I just let it go too far. So that's composite bonding. So I called around in the US. I called around in New York, and I'm also from North Carolina. So I was like, oh, I could get them done in North Carolina. I bet it's cheaper. It was not cheaper. I was quoted $25,000 to $30,000 for porcelain veneers, and I was quoted between $15,000 and $20,000 for composite bonding in the US. That is why I decided to go to the UK. And I chose the UK because composite bonding is really popular there. So the dentists who are doing composite bonding, that is what they do day in and day out. And two, I like London and I thought it'd be fun to go. So I was literally able to fly to London, stay in a hotel for a week, get my teeth done, and it cost me $7,000. So much more affordable option than it is in the US. And I'm saying affordable, meaning this is not affordable in any state, but it's more affordable compared to what it would have cost me in the US. Why did I wait so long before I got these redone? Well, I did not have money to get this done. And that is something that you should seriously think about before considering doing this. Again, the cheapest, I mean, you can go to Turkey, you can go to Iran, but that also requires you to fly to Turkey or Iran. For me, the best quality, cheapest price was going to be London. So you're going to be spending at a minimum $7,000 every 5 to 10 years to get these redone forever. I did not realize this when I was 13. I thought they were just on for good. And when they started chipping off, I was really freaking out because I was like, what the fuck is going on? So it is very expensive. Dental work in general is just astronomical, and it is an incredible privilege to be able to have straight, relatively white teeth. Like, I had already done orthodontia, which was $5,000 that my parents paid for, before I had gotten the composite bonding done for free by my grandmother. So it's stupid expensive. I was actually talking about this on my Instagram stories the other day, and one of my followers DM'd me and were like, yeah, teeth are luxury bones, which of course they're absolutely luxury bones. Like, you do not need to have straight white teeth to have functional teeth. And we put such crazy pressure on people to maintain this like white, crazy straight smile. And I hate that. That sucks. And it was crazy too, because when I posted on my stories about me getting my teeth done, I had so many influencers in my DMs who were like, I got my teeth done too. Who was your dentist? And like, I had no idea that these people had fake teeth. So, you know, just keep that in mind, that everyone you're seeing in media, everyone you're seeing who's an influencer, they have fake teeth. So I'm trying to be very, very upfront about the fact that my teeth are fake. I fly to London. My dad comes with me because he's an angel. He's never been to London, and I thought that it would be fun. It was also nice to have some emotional support since the procedure is not fun.
Oh, here.
I am.
Let's do it together like a team.
Mm-hmm. We had such a fabulous week. Traipsing around London, seeing the sights. I got to see my friend Matt, who is my sweet baby angel.
So you guys, this is a typical British pub. And you can see that one typical thing about pubs is hanging plants.
Delightful. He is also a skinfluencer. You should definitely give him a follow if you haven't. And he also has veneers and has posted about his veneer story. He got crowns in Turkey. So definitely interesting to kind of compare our two journeys. So anyway, on Thursday, I got to meet my doctor. I was very nervous going in, and the practice that I chose was Maison Dental. I had seen their work on Instagram. I picked Dr. Richard because I thought that his work was beautiful. They looked really natural. There's nothing natural at these teeth, but they look natural, quote unquote, compared to some others that I'd seen. Oh my God, my feet are falling asleep. So I was able to meet with Dr. Richard on Thursday, and he put me at ease. I was really freaking out. Just about everything. But seeing Dr. Richard, I was able to talk to him, and he was like, this whole thing is up to you. Like, you get to decide what you want to do, what you want your teeth to look like. And he was totally right. Every single step of the process, he was there asking me, do you like this? Do you want these to look differently? So he gave me a lot of freedom, which is something that I didn't have with my grandma, who was like, I'm gonna make your teeth look like this because that's the way that I think that they should look. So a part of it was empowering to plan and pay for and decide exactly what I wanted my teeth to look like. So I felt a little better on Thursday. Friday morning, I wake up, I'm so jet lagged. It's super, super early.
I'm really excited for today. It's 6 hours, but I'm just gonna blast the new Taylor Swift album the entire time.
I go in, and the worst part of this is they have to remove your previous bonding. This, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This sucks. It sucks. So you have this thing in your mouth that's holding your mouth open. Even if you have noise canceling headphones on, because the noise is in your mouth, you can still hear it. So you can still hear the drill and also someone like literally scraping against your teeth. So that was definitely the worst part. Again, Dr. Richard was amazing. He let me take as many breaks as I needed to, and I definitely needed breaks. I would be like, hi, I'm freaking out. Can we take a break? Which is great. So we were able to pause as much as I wanted to. So that was the first 2 hours of removal. Then I got to see my teeth. Then we did the assessment in terms of what I wanted them to look like. The next 4 hours are when they're actually doing the procedure. And I only got 8 teeth done on my top row. My bottom teeth, you can't really see when I smile. So I'm just going to whiten them to match the top teeth, which, by the way, if you were looking for a whitening tip, the Colgate whitening pen is the best if you have sensitive teeth. I've used like white strips. I've used the like little LED things. All those hurt like a bitch and my mouth would be sore for like 2 days. The Colgate pen does not hurt at all and does a really, really good job of brightening up the teeth. So that is what I have been doing to lighten my teeth so that they match. Because my bottom teeth don't exactly match, but it's fine. Everything's fine. So once the teeth are naked, they chemically etch them so that the bonding will stick. And that causes a little bit of white spots on your enamel, but the whole point is to not shave your teeth down at all to maintain as much enamel as they possibly can. Any kind of micro movement in the natural tooth can cause the composite to degrade at a faster rate. So they keep all of the tooth. They keep all of the teeth. So it is something potentially that is reversible if you have the means. And the unfortunate part about signing up for something that you have to get maintained over and over and over again is who knows how my life is going to be in 5 years or 10 years. Will I have the means to get these redone? Because I sure as hell had not had the means for the last 3 years. It was just this year that I, thank God, was able to afford to get this fixed. You never know. You might have the $5,000 or $7,000 now, and in a couple of years, you might have different circumstances. Or your priorities might be different. You might have kids, or things that are more important than your freaking teeth. So all I'm saying is you don't know. You never know. Then they apply the actual bonding material, they sculpt it around the tooth, and then at the end, they do some buffing to make the tooth really shiny and uniform. So it is a relatively simple process, but you do need an artist who is good at this shit to make sure that your teeth look nice and are not too thick or too thin and are sturdy. So the next 4 hours were him doing my teeth. And the great part was every 1 or 2 teeth he would pause, he would give me a mirror and he would let me look at them and say, do you like them like this? Do you want them to look differently? Which was fucking amazing. I loved that. It's just so nice to be a part of the experience as opposed to feeling like it's something being done to you. I do genuinely love the way that they turned out. Don't get me wrong. I think Dr. Richard did an amazing job. I think my teeth look absolutely phenomenal. That's not what the issue is. The issue is me feeling like I am continuing to perpetuate this beauty standard, and I think that's really unfair. Just do Invisalign and whitening if that's what you want. Or therapy. Just go to therapy. Self-love starts with therapy. Anyway, wow, that was a lot. That is my whole spiel. If you really want to get something done to your teeth, I would highly recommend bonding. It has been a very pleasant experience overall. Don't wait 15 years to get them redone because nobody wants to swallow teeth. I'd rather have composite, for me personally, than porcelain veneers. Just because of the cost factor, period, and the ability to really shape them on the spot. So when you're there, you can really make those little micro adjustments as opposed to veneers where you print them, they're on, and then you could go in with composite after, but you might as well just go in with composite the first time, and then you can really make them exactly how you want, which I liked. I'm gonna say it again, just in case I haven't said it enough. You do not need to get this done to be beautiful or to be worthy of love. You do not need to get this done to be beautiful or worthy of love. Your teeth are perfect just as they are. As long as your teeth are healthy, that is all that you need. That's all that you need. Please try not to compare yourself to the $50,000 worth of dental work that you see on television or on Instagram. It is a game you will never ever win, and it's not worth playing because your smile is fucking awesome, okay? If you have any more questions about bonding or this experience, please drop them in the comment section down below. I would be more than happy to answer them. Otherwise, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.